Welcome, everybody, to our meditation practice session in Global Networking All Ladies League. We are so excited to be here and we look forward to this moment every month. I have to say that today, the way we're living, the chaos that can be with us during our regular days does not mean that your mind has to be in chaos. There is a point and there is a place that you can practice and make sure that you find the calmness, the peace that you need to survive in today's world. We know there's an ocean of worry and things that happen every day, but we also know that there's a stay centered and stay and be honest and true to who we are. Today, we are with our coach and our lovely Anissa from Switzerland. Welcome, Anissa, to your program.
Thank you so much, Virginia, for your energetic presentation and introduction. I'm Anissa. I'm a meditation teacher and resilience coach mentor from Basel, Switzerland. I'm very happy to be here with you today.
So much, Anissa. We're going to have a lot more of Anissa. So I want you to get ready. This is your moment. We also have with us today a lovely soul sister with us, Namrata, and she is with us today from India. Welcome, Namrata.
Thank you, Virginia. I'm Namrata. I'm from India. I'm a Gallup coach and also Wiki president of Hyderabad. I look forward for this monthly event and here to exchange some interesting views with Anissa. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, ladies, for taking the time out. And all of you, I want you to put this on your calendar. Every time that we get together, there's beautiful energy. So please, this is an effort for all of us to live in a better world. So I would love to start and hand it over to Anissa, our coach, so she can set us through. And I think for us, that's going to help us when we start. Anissa, welcome. And this is your space.
Thank you so much, Virginia, again for your introduction, for being there and organizing this event. And also thank you so much, Namrata, for being there. I would like to have to bring a subject each time, and today I would like to talk about resilience. Um, so the first things that comes to your mind when you hear the word of resilience, because everything, I believe that it starts with how you define things and what is the imagination that you start to have, the photo that you are going to have in your mind about something. For example, when I say apple, someone can have a green apple in mind and the other person can have a red apple in mind. So I believe it's good to start with some definition and see where we are standing when we talk about resilience. So I would like to ask Namrata or Virginia, what comes to mind when we say resilience?
Okay, yeah. Interesting word, resilience, and with this pandemic and with all the kind of different varied circumstances that we come with, I think resilience to me is taking things the way they come, uh, making yourself capable enough to accept, making mentally capable to accept, not to be too hard on myself. So resilient is definitely being mentally robust, mentally strong, but then somewhere also accepting the fact that okay, this is a line being drawn, and on the name of being mentally strong or mentally robust, not to be kind of too hard on yourself is somewhat I have defined my thresholds for resilient, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Navrata. And you know what? I wanted to add here in Puerto Rico, where we're from, this tiny little island in the Caribbean, we have been many times struck by terrible hurricanes. The last hurricane we had was a category 5. And I have to tell you that when we came out of that, we really didn't know what was out of our gates, out of our door. And when we opened those gates and those doors, what we saw was worse than anything we could have imagined. But I have to say that the resilience that the Puerto Rican people have practiced because they've had to with every hurricane, it's made them stronger. So when we faced as a country such devastation, there was this power of resilience because we'd been through it before, and we stood again, and we got together as a country to make sure that our country was going to be okay. So we understood that it was the power of each one of us of really rising after falling. And I have to say that resilience is one of those things that's innate in all of us, but we forget that we have it. But it's there when you need it, because when you do fall, when things don't go your way, it could be very easy to fall and say, I'm not getting back up. This is too hard. But then there's this power inside of you that helps you to rise. So that has been my experience with resilience.
That's. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, both of you. So that's true. The resilience basically can be categorizing and defined with different meanings. So one of them is, as you mentioned, is the capacity really to being preserved when there is an adversity and come at this difficulty and this, challenging moment, and then again find joy. So that's resilience. And from the other side, resilience is defined as a inner battery, like the energy that we have to then spend it when we need more in life. So from one side, that's true. That's about being able to face adversity and discover joy again and go on in life. And the other part is about really the amount of energy that it is stored in our body and its impact directly our mental and physical health. So what we define that resilience basically can be classified in different areas. One of them is about the physical resilience. The other one is emotional resilience. And the third one is a spiritual resilience. And one influence others. What I want just to highlight that some people, when they hear about resilience, they believe that it's about being very hard and strong when they go through life. And resilience is quite opposite. It's about acceptance, as Namrata said, and about being soft. So as a and as a very small flower, let's say, that goes and dances with the wind and staying as it is like resilience. We say that flower is resilience rather than be so hard, and try to really resist. And that resistance is equal to suffering for our human being. And for a big tree, big resilience, a big strong tree that is so resistant, it can just break, with the wind. So I always have this example in my mind, sometimes being soft and just dance with the wind and accept, as Namrata said, can help us to go on and preserve our energy. So the first thing that is, you probably say why I'm talking about resilience. We have our meditation practice. So I would love to connect the meditation and bring here to discuss with each other and then see how meditation can really help to reinforce the resilience, especially for all these areas that you mentioned. So for physical resilience, for emotional resilience, and for spiritual resilience. You're all connected one with others. So maybe you have an example that you just start to have through pain, so or heart pain, but you didn't have any physical issue. Have you ever experienced that, Namrata or Virginia, that you just got a pain but you didn't have any physical issue in your heart or in your throat, your back, kidneys usually?
Um, it's really interesting that you say that because I my doctor my health practitioner is a naturopath, and for the longest time he would say, "I see inflammation in your back, and why are you so stressed?" And I was like, "I don't feel anything." And then all of a sudden, when things got very difficult, I started to feel this incredible pain in my back that actually reflected in all my other limbs. And so this was something that could not be seen in an x ray, but it was something that was really in pain in my body. So I think that I sort of understand what you're saying because I couldn't understand if a doctor can't see it, if an x ray doesn't show it, then that means that I'm okay. But then I understood other things. So probably, yes, I've been through that.
I don't know if Namrata wants to add something in this regards. We don't hear Namrata.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
hear
I
you.
think yeah, great. So I think I said yes. It's very very normal. It's just that mindfulness of thoughts is required, and that's what Virginia said about her back pain. And once we come to know that what are the kind of thoughts which are there, so we feel that there is no pain in the body, but then the emotions, and even not the emotions or thoughts which are there in the mind, which are just kind of having fight inside the mind, and without we realizing, and we're just busy in our work, it just triggers down to somewhere in the body, which comes as in a form of pain. And it just, again, a mindfulness is required, that I always use my kind of mindfulness to understand that okay, this was the kind of conflicting thought, and this is the kind of pain that is coming with. So again, where to draw a line, and how to like uh, deal with it. Either just be in a pair of shoes and just go for a run, or just be in a meditative position. So anything that I do with that kind of mindfulness becomes meditation to me.
Amazing. Thank you so much, both of you. So again, as we see, one field can influence the other one. So if there is anything emotionally that are bothering you, can influence the physical body. And if there is anything in physical body, can also, it's very simple things when you are sitting in uncomfortable position. And sometimes see when I teach meditation that people suffer how they're sitting and then they cannot be in the flow of meditation because they're suffering physically. So one aspect really impact the other, and as Namrata said, is about bringing attention to the body and to the mind and to the heart to see what is going on. I would like quickly to bring you to this short presentation. Just some slide I want to um, share with you from the master class that I usually give about building your resilience by focusing on your heart. So let's see if I can share these slides with you. Here we go. Can you see my slides? Is it enough big to see that? Okay. Okay, so now maybe it's better.
Yes.
So while we are talking, maybe if you're just watching this live, or maybe you're going to watch this video afterwards offline, I would like to give you some a small point of self-reflection. Um, something that is between you and you. So, in total honesty, you can write the answers down. And the first answers that are coming are usually the right answers. So, do not so much, how do you say, spend time and, going to that circle of thinking with your mind. So, the first answers that are coming are the right one. So what we see here, for example, whom do you attract? How do you sleep? Or how do you define your energy level? How do we react to stress or unplanned events? Or whom are you attracted to? Do you have enough energy to fulfill your dreams? How are you feeling now that you're sitting here? Just scan your body. Are you tired? Do you feel tension in your body? So the answers to that question can lead to the level of stress that is in your body. And as long as we have a stress, mental stress, emotional stress, um, physical stress, or even sometimes a spiritual distraction, can take us far from being resilient. So, what is resilience again? If you have just joined us, resilience is really the energy that we have in our body to go on and face different things in life. It can be about fulfilling your dreams, or it can be sometimes to face the adverse issues and the challenges in life. It's about energy. So I'd like to go to the next level. Here we go. And then your question maybe would be, why stress, or where the stress and anxiety coming from? So the stress and anxiety are maybe 90% coming from that discussion, even not discussing, that conflict between the mind and heart. So I just want to go back and ask Namrat or Virginia if they have ever experienced, that situation that, your heart was telling something, and then your mind was forcing to something else. And how have you feel there? We don't hear you, Virginia.
There we go. There is something that I learned early on when I was very young from my mother, and it's I've taken it with me, and I think I've used it my entire life. Can you see me? Okay,
Yes,
I there we go. Yeah.
we do see you.
Okay. My mom used to say that whenever I felt something in my heart, it was God's voice, right? And so think of a 7 or 8 year old that's very young. And when she wanted us to make the right choices, she would always say, if something says do it in your head, but something inside you says, don't do it because it's not going to be okay with you, that's God's voice. So follow that. So I think that early on in my life, I learned to trust my inner Virginia said, right? Or God's voice to me. And now as I grow, then I realize that a lot of people call it intuition or that inner energy, right? Or that inner resilience. But early on, I learned to trust that inner voice.
Beautiful. Very nicely said. Very wise mom, Virginia. Beautiful.
Okay, since I do practice coaching, and I very much emphasize on knowing and being aware about the values and emotions. So the values, when I know that what are my values which are driving my life. So whenever there's a conflict in a work or in personal life between value and what I have to do, so basically value and karma, or a duty, then definitely there's a conflict between a heart and a mind. So that is a little challenging situation, because conflict with values becomes really challenging to take next step of decision. So that's what I would like to offer, that yeah, these kind of situations do come, and to navigate in these kind of things, that kind of awareness is really required, that why is it happening. So if the so my prime value is is self respect, that really cannot be compromised upon. And if there's something in the organization, in the work, or at work, or in the personal front happening, there is definitely a conflict with our brain and with our heart.
Very, very well said, Namrata. It happens, as you mentioned, in different parts and in different field. So one of the important things that we all face is about values as well. Can I share again the screen? Is it possible? Fantastic. So just come here back to this. Um, So basically, this conflict happens when, for example, Namrata mentioned there is a value that your heart is telling you to follow, and then from the mind side, when you investigate it, when you analyze it, it doesn't make any sense, you know. And as Virginia said, sometimes heart is telling something that doesn't make any sense, but then when you follow, you will see that yes, it's the right one. So your question will be, I think, still that how meditation can help again. So it's all about the harmony and balance. So again, resilience is the energy that we have in our body, and we have, of course, more energy if we live in harmony and in balance with our heart and our values. Um, when there is no balance and no coherence there, our energy will be spent all for that mental conflict, you know, that you think about something, and you cannot let go of that. And then it's, it's just midday and you feel already tired. You haven't done a physical activity, or it is not physical tiredness. Sometimes you don't even realize why I'm tired. I'm so tired today. It's about what's going on in your mind, and of course it impacts all other components and body and your heart even, we're a complex beautiful being, human beings, right? And all parts impacted by the others. um, So I stop sharing here and I go directly to the harmony. So meditation is a way to bring harmony to your body. I just wanted to start from the end part, which is really resilience, and come back slowly, step by step, to see how meditation can help. Doing the meditation in a regular way is important. Um, because you're going to build it, right? You're going to build that step by step. It's like, having only once healthy food, right? It doesn't make any difference. So we need discipline as well, and we need to be regular with our meditation so we can slowly bring that harmony to our heart and to our mind. So they're going to work for us as they're supposed to be. So they're not going to be in a conflict. Am I going to do that? Am I not going to do that? What's going to happen? You're going to have that state of calmness, so you can connect, and you're gonna reserve that energy instead of being in conflict. I hope that what I'm talking about makes sense for you as well. Virginia and Namrata, what are your thoughts and experience? You're in a beautiful place, Virginia. We don't hear you again.
I was dying to get here for the practice. I wanted to be in a green environment. So, yes, finally, I am outside. I am outside. So definitely, I think that as we were talking, that intentionality that we do, and how meditation can help us really reach and trust who we are, and how we feel inside. Because like Narata said many times, there's so much around us, and there is so much influence of other things, and it makes it a little difficult for us to really get in tune with our center. So meditation is one of those things. And I mean, I have to say, and I'm speaking like a person that's not a coach, a person that tries to have the discipline to do it. It is not easy when your mind is all over, so it takes a lot of intention and a lot of discipline to really give yourself that time.
Thank you so much, Virginia. I just want to add that I totally agree with you. So, if you would like to start meditation in the community, it's very hard to start it for yourself. After some years, of course, it becomes more regular and it's part of you. So, even if you don't want, your body takes you and your heart, just sit down and meditate. But if you start, find a community, find a teacher, find somewhere that you can kind of say, I can go there and do that practice with others. It's helped a lot. I
Yes.
started meditation as like in a serious way in 2013, and I was regularly going to classes, to just going to that mood and be with the energy with others. So it helped me a lot, and it is what I advise others as well. If you want to start meditation, it's difficult at the beginning
Oh,
alone.
yes,
Find
it
a
is.
community, and that helps a lot.
Agree.
And what other things, small things that you can do? Sometimes people say, "Oh, I forgot it." I say, "Okay, tell me what you do during the day that you cannot skip. What is the things that you cannot skip?" And you say, "Okay, I do it always." Some people say, "I have that ritual that I drink my coffee, or I do that, or I do this." I say, "Okay, when you're doing it, just anchor it to that activity. And when you're drinking your coffee, it comes to your mind. Meditate. It's about, if it is only about forgetting something." It helped me a lot as well. So I just wanted to share it with you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Virginia. Thank you so much. Namrata,
Yes, it is. It is. It is not an easy process. Your mind will take you to all the kinds of places when we just try to gather all the things and just try to be within us, being there and having trying to create that kind of connection with self and harmony to our own self. uh, but yes, as you people have said, as Anisa said, and Virginia said, the discipline, the consistency does takes you to reap, I mean, bigger benefits. There's no doubt about it. Then you just start enjoying that, and it does gives that kind of clarity in mind that okay, how it has to be done and what not to be done. So that kind of every progress, every step in the consistency of being in the meditative state, it takes you to a different heights altogether, I would rather say. So that's what I have said, that I have experienced it initially, of course, very challenging, but yeah, I mean, it's great after that.
thank you, Namrata. What comes in mind, and I would like to add it here, it's about being patient as well. So meditation is not about, achieving something, or seeing something special. It's very unique and it's really about you. So when you sit down to meditate, whatever meditation you are practicing, there are so many different type of meditation. Be patient with yourself.
I think
And yes,
I was going to say something, that I think that the world that we live in, that is so driven by results and achievements,
mhm,
many times even in meditation we want to achieve something, and then we're really not we're not really at peace. We're still in the chaos of getting and getting and getting, because I know people that go to their meditation class and they want to have the perfect position, the perfect breathing exercise, and everything has to be perfect. And I think that they're so worried about being perfect for meditating that they actually never really reach what they should be reaching, because we're so used to going after something and achieving something and getting the results of something.
In fact, I would like to add on that meditation has helped me to achieve, to realize, not achieve, but to realize that how to do something without any expectations. Because actually, what
Mhm.
Virginia said was right. That okay, initially when I started, that what am I, what is happening to me? What different is there in today when I sat for 10 minutes or 15 minutes? But yes, slowly and gradually, that awareness came that how to do things without expecting the results out of it. That's something a meditation has really taught me. So I thought I'll just add this a little one with Virginia.
Thank you. True.
Thank you, both of you. That's essential. So I usually say to the student when they want to start, I say, just as you mentioned, Namrata, just set your expectation apart. You know, just put them apart and sit in a way that you're receiving whatever universe is giving to you in a specific, it's not about that you see the colors maybe for you in this state. Maybe you're in a state that, whatever it's for you, you're
Mhm.
gonna receive that because universe is gonna give it to you. So sometimes even having expectation, that means that you're depriving yourself to receive what you need.
Agree.
It's not about only meditation, it's about the other parts as well. It's not about that goals are bad. I'm very fine with
Hmm.
setting goals. That's about to do not worry so much about what comes out. And if
Right.
something come, just embrace it because maybe it's good for you in that moment. So that's all about that. Um, what else about just the about the meditation we would like to add? Yeah, find a community if you can. Anchor it to something that you are doing it. That's important. Um, meditation is not about striving. We have other things in life that we can strive with, and be receptive. So whatever comes in that moment for you, it's a good thing. And even if you have so many thoughts and they come, that's even fine because we are human being. Meditation is not about completely go blank, and do not have any thoughts. It's about also, otherwise it's going to make you more stressed. Just imagine that you're sitting meditation and then thoughts come and you go, why I cannot go blank and don't think about anything. That's going to stress you more. So meditation is about even um, about accepting in that moment what is there, and do not resist it, because if you resist, that's going to be very painful meditation.
And thanks, Anisa, for bringing that out. Meditation is about receiving also. So not expecting and then ready to receive what universe has to give us. And this is something really important, and we just forget, and we just entangled in our own things that we want. So that receiving factor is again very very important. And thanks for that reminder. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Namrata. Yes, because if we are talking about the soul, then that means that we receive, right? That means that we're connected. As we receive the food from the earth, we receive the, intuition and the other things from the other side. So yes, that is really my heart. Is there any other points or any question that we would like to talk about it before just starting a short meditation to finish with?
No, I just think that if you have come upon our live and you're going to see it later or now, give yourself this opportunity. There is definitely something to this, and I'm talking to the lay person, the person that has always said, I don't know, maybe I should try this meditation thing. You know what? There's so much more, but give yourself the opportunity, and maybe you may want to listen to the entire live and go back to the other ones because it is worth it for you. But you have to feel this. So sometimes people just get very intimidated and they say, "Oh, I can't do it," and then they leave. So I want to say, this is your space. This is for you, and we want to make sure that we're being um, as simple and as real as possible, so it can become part of who you are. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to, the comment that I wanted to make.
Thank you, Virginia. It reminds me of something. My dear teacher, Deepak Chopra, he says he used always to say that during our training as well. If you cannot meditate 10 minutes because you're busy, you have to meditate 1 hour.
True.
So if you think that you're so busy that cannot find time, then it's time to start really.
Absolutely.
Namrata, dear, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I totally agree. I have heard Sir Deepak Chopra a lot of times, and it cannot be possible in 24 hours when you do not have time to for 10, 15, 20 minutes to just sit quietly and just clear you all or declutter your thoughts, I would rather say. So it's just a conscious step that mindfulness is required to just do it. So with you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear one. Shall we go for a short meditation
Yes.
to see how it feels? We talk 37 minutes about it. So let's feel it for 3 minutes.
Yes. Agree.
Okay, so let's do it. So if you're watching this video and you would like to join us for this meditation, you can sit comfortably. You can choose to sit on a chair or on a floor and make yourself really comfortable. If you need a pillow or whatever that you need in this moment. And I invite you to, if you wish, to close your eyes so we can bring our focus for some moment inward. And I would like to invite you also to start breathing a little bit slower and deeper than usual. It's a very effortless breathing, and you find the best rhythm for yourself. A little bit deeper and slower than usual. And if you wish, I would like to ask you to bring your hand to your heart. It doesn't matter left or right. Just bring your hand to your heart so you can really get connected to your heart. You can feel that your heart is beating regularly and nicely, while you are breathing a little bit slower and deeper than usual. And if thoughts come, we do not resist them. You can observe them, you can let them come and go. You feel your chest moving with your slow and deep breath. And you can slowly scan your body if there is any tension, if there is any feeling, any emotion. And we continue to breathe slower and deeper than usual with the focus toward our heart. And I would like to invite you to bring gratitude in your heart. Maybe you relate an event to be grateful, or maybe someone that you are grateful for. Just bring that image, that event, that person in your heart. And we continue to breathe into gratefulness. A little bit slower and deeper than usual. We might hear some external noise, and we are focused on breathing a little bit slower and deeper than usual. You can slowly bring your hands down and come back to your normal breathing. Just stay for some moment here. And slowly I invite you to open your eyes and come back. It's a very short meditation, heart breathing, and its impact is incredible. The people that practice that regularly every day, 5 minutes, their heart rate during 4 months from uncoherent became coherent. So that has a direct impact on your physiology as well. So if you say I don't have time, I suggest you to do this heart breathing meditation. If I can just add, I just want to ask how are you doing, Virginia and Namrata?
Eugenia, you're mute.
I'm sorry. I try not to bring the outside noises in, but I think it's really, really lovely. And I think, I always concentrate on making sure that it feels comfortable. And if it doesn't, then I'll, like you were saying during our practice now, let the thoughts come in, because we are human, and I think that the more we practice, the better we're going to get at this. But if we keep this and we use this again and again, what we just did with you, it is not hard, and we can make it our own, and then from there we can expand. But it's simple, it's lovely, it's true to who we are, and it allows us to be human, right? And so thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I think it was amazing, beautiful guided meditation. It is like I do agree that it was a very short span. We are human beings and we are greedy, but yeah, it does brought a lot of peace and
Yes.
oneness and that kind of balance in the entire being. I mean, I really thoroughly enjoyed. Thanks, Anissa. It was
Yes,
beautiful.
me too.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you for being there to bring that energy as well.
Awesome.
I just want to add something, Virginia, if I can, very shortly, because
Sure.
I believe that is something that more needed and needed. Um, I'm starting a group program. Um, it's something that I do it few times per year, and I just want to announce it here if anyone is interested.
Okay.
It's a 4 weeks program, and it's about resilience building and let go of what is needed. It's basically if you want to build your energy, you think you're not having enough energy, you would like to have more balance and harmony in your life. You like to get better decisions and get rid of that chattering in your mind. And if you are committed to practice 10 minutes a day, if it is something interesting for you, please just PM me, come back to me. And I love to have you in this program because I see how it changed, the life of many people and transform not only mentally but also physiologically how it changed. Thank you so much for giving me that space, Virginia.
Absolutely. And this is your space. This is all of our space. Global networking, that is what we aspire to do. Make sure that we bring things that are important for all of us, no matter where we live, who we are, what gender we are. It doesn't matter. We're human. It's the human race, and we're all spiritual beings, right? So I have to say that global networking really is proud to have you here. And we're so humble that you say yes to every one of our meetings because we truly believe that this is something that we can share with others and that it's going to have a positive impact, not only on the person, but on in their family, their communities, and of course, their countries. So, we always see it as a broader context, but it starts with you. So thank you so much, Anissa, and thank you so much, Namrata, for being here, because I know that there's somebody out there that saw this today and said, wow, this is exactly what I needed at this particular time. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Virginia. That's it. We start with ourselves, and our goal is to build a collective awareness and collective self-compassion. So really, then in that moment, we can see that the things has been changed. If
Yes.
anyone see that live and have a question, please just type in the comments. We come back to you, and we love to answer your questions.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, Namrata, I don't know if you would like to add something before we leave.
Thank you. It's all gratification and it's a wonderful space, and I think all others, everyone should get benefited with this because it's very essential. It's very challenging to start with this practice in life, but it's extremely essential to understand this small little thing which is actually very big in every aspect of your life, be it career, relationship, or anything. So it's a great space and it's a great learning and it's a great takeaway. So yeah, this global networking has really impacted us in a very positive way. So all gratification. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anissa, is there anything else before we close this beautiful time?
Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Namrata. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you, Maria, for being there as well for us and
Yes.
helping that going on. Thank you.
Thank you all. Remember, we're all connected. Thanks to technology today, we have Switzerland, we have India, we have Puerto Rico, and we want to continue, growing our group. So this space is for you. Thank you all. See you
Thank you
next
so
month.
much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.